Top of the morning to you. This is Way of Weinstein. Wherever you may be and however you may be watching, Facebook Live, YouTube, live in the financial district of New York City. Happy St. Patrick's Day. If you're out there, have a great one and be safe. Here to talk about the New York Jets moving up to the number 3 pick in the upcoming NFL draft, which round 1 is happening on Thursday, April 26th. I was just watching SportsCenter and I just found out about this. Let's unpack this. Let's see what the Colts got in return. So what the Colts get, they get the number 6 pick in this year's draft. They get the 37th pick. They get the 49th pick in this year's draft, and also they get next year's second round pick. So obviously this move is for a quarterback. The Jets have not had really any luck with a quarterback. The last Super Bowl they won or even were in was Super Bowl 3. We're about to be upcoming on Super Bowl 53. So yeah, it's been a while. And is it a little desperate to make this move? A little. But hey, the Jets need a quarterback, and when it comes to a quarterback, there's no shortage of picks that you can give up if you believe this guy is your franchise quarterback. Granted, Jimmy Garoppolo went for 1 second-round pick. Giants, you couldn't have called Belichick. Okay, Sky, I know you're a big Jets fan, so let's see what you got to say. I'm happy I broke the news for you. Ha ha ha. As much as I do love Jews and sports, I'm good. Hopefully I can get a Saquon Barkley jersey, which brings me to what I think is going to happen in the NFL draft. So I think Sam Darnold, the quarterback from USC, had a great year last year. It was good this year. I personally went to a USC game out in LA just to see what he looked like in person. I was around 20 rows back, lower level, end zone. First time that I see him throw a pass, he throws a dime for a touchdown. He's big, he's trunky, he's physical, he can handle the weather of Cleveland, and you just need a big, strong guy in Cleveland to handle that. 2. Now, granted, I've been hearing a lot of talk of the Giants taking the guard from Notre Dame, Quentin Nelson. So, here's the thing with that. I've been stressing how important the offensive line is, and thank God they got Nate Solder, Brady's left tackle, which, hey, if he's Brady's left tackle, good enough for me. Anything's an upgrade over the turnstile Eric Flowers. Ugh. So, but throughout this season, I was thinking quarterback, whether it was Rosen, Darnold. Those are the 2 that I was thinking of. But as time has gone on, I've been on the Saquon Barkley bandwagon just because I think he's a once-in-a-generation running back talent. I know the average span of a running back is 3 years. But I think he's special. He can run. He can catch. He can provide pass blocking. So I think Barkley's going to go too. Now, the Jets. Is Josh Rosen your guy? Is it Baker Mayfield? Is it Josh Allen? Who is your guy that when you did your evaluation that said this is the guy we need to have? Brady's turning 41. Maybe Brady will play 4, maybe 5 years. But even Brady, that's like pushing it. I know Brady's arguably the greatest to ever do it, but everyone gets old at some point. He's not going to play till he's 50. If he does, he'll be the first. But yeah, I think right now off the bat, Scott, I think you're right. I think they do like Rosen. Now, as someone who is fallen in out of love with Rosen. Here are the main pros and cons of Josh Rosen, the person who I think the Jets are going to take at 3. So he throws a very nice deep ball. I remember watching the USC UCLA game and remembering, man, he throws a very accurate deep ball. He is someone that is very NFL ready. He seems polished now. Now you're saying, Jake, he seems great. But okay, here are my negatives of Josh Rosen. He seems he's not as big as like a Sam Darnold. I mean, I think he's about 6'3", but he's thinner, and he seems to have an attitude problem. Now, for those of you that saw the Kevin Costner movie Draft Day, where there was this quarterback, Bo Callahan, some people have been comparing him to that. Some people are comparing him to maybe a Ryan Leaf. Honestly, I think a more apt comparison is probably Matt Ryan. I think Rosen has the capability to be a Pro Bowl type quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be elite. Now, the one thing as a Giants fan, here's what I've been saying. I think Gettleman has done a fantastic job so far in free agency. I absolutely love that. We got the guard from Jacksonville. I'm a big fan of the Nate Soldier signing. Ogletree, love what he's doing so far. So it's not like the Knicks. The Knicks, I have no faith. I don't trust anything you do whatsoever. God, Donovan Mitchell. God, he's from Greenwich, Connecticut. And you let him pass by you? Oh, God damn it. So yeah, unlike the Knicks, Giants have won championships in my lifetime. I fully trust them. Granted, was Eric Flowers' first-round pick back in 2015? Was that a huge mistake? Yes, but Eli, Beckham, there's been a lot more great picks than horrible picks for the Giants. So, Giants, if you don't believe that any of these quarterbacks is the next quarterback to get you the 5th Super Bowl, then yeah, take the running back. Unless the Browns, I realistically could see the Browns taking Saquon Barkley, which I'll get to that after I read Scott's latest comment. Broadway Row, first quarterback we've had since the late 60s. You know what, Scott? You're right. You are absolutely right. I think Rosen is the guy. So let's take a little trip down memory lane for the Jets quarterbacks. So let's see. They've had, McCown, Petty, Fitzpatrick, Geno, Sanchez. Sanchez did win some playoff games, but that was because of the defense. Favre for the 1 year. Okay, you agree with my Matt Ryan comparison? I could see that happening. And okay, so Chad Pennington, I would say was the last serviceable quarterback the Jets had. He's not a Hall of Fame quarterback. Now, granted, he did lead the league in QBR a lot, but I think QBR is a very deceptive stat if you're throwing the ball 5 yards down the field and you run the ball a lot. So that's why I look more. I do the eye test. What are his passing touchdowns? How many interceptions does he throw? Why are those interceptions? Are those interceptions because he had no time to throw, like how Eli has no time to throw, and a lot of those are tipped off the receivers, or are they literally just bad throws? And also, reason why I love Eli so much. 2 minutes to go. You need a touchdown. Do you fully trust that quarterback? And does he get the job done? Eli's done it twice against Brady. Yeah, so realistically, the Jets have not had. Yeah, so Scott, you're saying Richard Todd since the early 80s, which is a little before for more time, and no, I wouldn't say any of those guys, Foley or Browning, Nagel. Like realistically, since Joe Namath, the Jets have not had their guy. Now, let's look at this trade from the Colts' perspective. So, the Colts, they do have Andrew Luck coming back from injury, but here's the thing. When Luck is healthy, he's arguably a top 5 quarterback. He is. He's great. So now let's take a look at the NFL Draft by Walter Football. It's one of my favorite mock draft websites, and let's see what they have. Okay. So for them or Walter Football, I don't always agree with their picks. I'll tell you pick by pick if I agree or not. Okay, so right now their latest mock draft was updated March 13th. And let's see. So for Walter Football's mock draft, what they have is, for some reason, bear with me for a minute, I apologize. Okay, I'll just have to go to the one that's on 3-2. Maybe Safari's having some issues. Okay, so, wait. No, okay. Well, yeah, I was saying since Chad Pennington. I mean, Vinny is, I feel like a guy like a Chad Pennington who got him to a conference championship game, but he was never, I would say, the franchise quarterback or someone that's seriously considered for the Hall of Fame. Okay, so Walter Football's March 12 mock draft. So they got the Browns taking Saquon Barkley. I disagree. I think they're taking Darnold. 2, they got my Giants taking Darnold. I don't think Gettleman's taking a quarterback. I think that if Barkley's available, I think he's going to take Barkley. Now, could he take Quentin Nelson? Yeah, but I feel like you don't take a guard at 2. You trade down. You really leverage if someone wants to topple the Jets because they know a quarterback's probably being taken 1 at 3. Okay, so, and then, they don't have it updated for this trade. 3, I've got the Jets taking Josh Rosen. Now the Browns had the 4th pick. So at 4, I could see, here are a couple people I could see the Browns taking. Minkah Fitzpatrick, the really, really talented safety from Alabama who looks like a can't miss and looks amazing. And then Walter Football, let's see, they got Chubb going 3 to Colts. That's not happening. Then they have Denzel Ward, the talented quarterback, going 4 to the Buckeyes. I think he's good, but I don't think he's shut down like once in a generational, like Jalen Ramsey good. I don't know, I could be wrong. So they have Quentin Nelson going 5 to the Broncos. Now, granted, could that happen? I think Quentin Nelson is arguably the best offensive line talent in this draft. I agree with that. Giants, if Barkley is available and you don't believe any of these quarterbacks can get you the 5th Super Bowl, take Barkley. Take Saquon. 6, okay, so 6, they had the Jets taking Josh Allen at 6, so I guess that they must love Rosen. I don't know if he's the guy, but that's what I'm thinking. 6, they had the Colts taking Bradley Chubb, the best defensive player in this draft, at 3, and I think he's still going to be available at 6. So if Bradley Chubb is the Colts guy and they can get him just 3 picks later and they're getting 3 second-round picks, I mean, I don't see why not. 7, they've got the Buccaneers taking Derwin James. I mean, I can see them taking James, or if Quentin Nelson's available, or Denzel Ward. 8, Minkah Fitzpatrick if he's available there, but I think that's more of a Denzel Ward, or potentially Calvin Ridley, the really talented wide receiver from Alabama, just to give Trubisky like a nice as a receiver to throw it to pair him with Allen Robinson. And then 9, Deron Payne, Alabama, that could happen, or Denzel Ward, and then 10, which I'll wrap this up, the defensive tackle from Washington, Vita Vea. Now, and I think for that, I think maybe at 10, yeah, I think that they're probably going to want to go their offensive line. depending on who is available, take the best offensive lineman, or even Roquan Smith. Like, that's who I think is the best player at 10. So, yeah, I think this is a huge, huge move for the Jets. I think it's a win for the Colts as well. But, yeah, more importantly, I'm not a Jets fan. Jet fans. Scott, I appreciate you being a Jets fan that's been giving me your thoughts on this trade. Jet fans, I want to know what you guys think about this. Are you thrilled? I saw the Jets Twitter post a GIF of the Jeffersons moving on up, which I thought was very funny. So, are you jumping for joy for this move? Are you upset about this? I don't know why you would be, but yeah, let me know what your thoughts are. If you like this video, like it, share it, comment, and if you already done so, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Way of Weinstein. Happy St. Patrick's Day.